Hi, I'm a lecturer for Biomedical Science at Management and Science Institute, Colombo. So, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, all higher education institutes have suspended their face-to-face lectures. The challenge for us as managers and lecturers is to keep up with this sudden change. The issues we encountered were mostly we were not ready to go totally virtual in all our operations. Not every lecturer had the same level of technical expertise, and also not all generally practiced protocols and evaluations were online friendly. Nonetheless, Management and Science Institute has moved a step forward to deliver the best service to our students through a blended learning system. Thus, to keep the students interactive, engaged, and to keep them enthusiastic on what they do, we have introduced several new learning experiences. So, this video is composed by the Biomedical Science Diploma students as their assignment in Cell Biology module.
Hi, we are Diploma students of MSI doing Biomedicine. The purpose of this video is to raise awareness in COVID-19. What is coronavirus? Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses which may cause illness in animals or humans. In humans, several coronaviruses are known to cause respiratory infections, ranging from common cold to more severe diseases such as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome and severe acute respiratory syndrome. COVID-19 is the infectious disease caused by the most recently discovered coronavirus. This new virus and disease were unknown before the outbreak began in China in December 2019. COVID-19 is now a pandemic affecting many countries globally. There are three types of the coronavirus. The first one is the one that causes Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, and then the second one is the coronavirus that causes severe acute respiratory syndrome, and the third one is the novel coronavirus that causes the coronavirus disease. Sometimes coronaviruses that infect animals can evolve and make people sick and become a new human coronavirus. The cell structure is that the coronaviruses have a club-shaped glycoprotein spikes in their envelope, which gives the viruses a crown-like appearance. The nucleocapsid is made up of protein shell known as a capsid containing the viral nucleic acids. The coronavirus genome consists of a single strand of a positive sense RNA, which is a ribonucleic acid.
All modes of transmission. Experts believe that the virus that causes COVID-19 spreads mainly from person to person. There are several ways this can happen. First one is by droplets. When an infected person coughs, sneezes or talks, droplets with the virus fly into the air from their nose or mouth. Anyone who is within 6 feet of that particular person can breathe those droplets into their lungs. Researchers also show that this virus can live in the air for up to 3 hours. When you breathe air that has the virus floating in it, it gets into your lungs. Second one is by surface transmission, which can happen by direct or indirect contacts. Another way to catch the new coronavirus is when you touch surfaces that someone who has the virus coughed or sneezed on. You may touch this contaminated surface and then touch your nose or mouth or eye. The virus can live in surfaces like plastics and stainless steel for 2 to 3 days.
So, as soon as the virus reaches the skin, it would take control of the host cell and would undergo replication. So during the first stage of replication, the viral membrane will fuse with the plasma membrane of the cell, and the genetic material called the RNA would be replicated to produce million copies of the virus, which would be released to infect the cells. The lungs can get highly inflamed when the tiny air sacs called the alveoli are severely damaged. As a result, inefficient gas exchange would occur and blood with less oxygen would be transported to organs, leading to malfunction. At serious conditions, blood clots might also occur in the arteries of lungs and legs.
Major symptoms of COVID-19. An individual infected with COVID-19 can experience mild symptoms like dry cough and fever. If the disease becomes more severe, the person will start to experience major symptoms. Averagely, it takes about 2 to 14 days for the symptoms to show after coming into contact with coronavirus. Major symptoms include difficulty in breathing, high fever, sudden confusion, bluish lips or face, and constant pain or pressure in the chest. Older people and people with medical problems like high blood pressure, diabetes, heart and lung problems, and with weak immunity are at high risk of developing major symptoms if they come into contact with COVID 19.
Is there any cure for COVID-19? Several countries are currently searching for a vaccine which can fight against COVID-19. However, none of the countries have commercialized any vaccine to the current date. CHADOX1 novel coronavirus was tested by University of Oxford, England, where approximately 510 volunteers aged between 18 to 55 enrolled for the trial. In China, a vaccine called INO 4800 has started a human trial expecting to commercialize one vaccine recently. Similarly, APNO1 was tested by British Columbia and Epiron Biologics. The trial will check the drug's efficiency in reducing the viral load in patients. mRNA 1273 vaccine was tested by Moderna and Vaccine Research Center, where a total of 45 males and females aged between 18 to 45 have been enrolled for the trial.
There are several methods that you could adopt to protect yourself and the others from getting the new coronavirus. For an example, cleaning your hands thoroughly with soap and water for 20 seconds or with an alcohol based sanitizer would disinfect. Maintaining at least a meter distance between all individuals would prevent the transfer of the virus through the infected droplets when they sneeze or cough. This is known as social distancing. Wear a disposable mask for each use and then dispose it to a closed container. When sneezing or coughing, cover the mouth with a bent elbow or a clean tissue. If you have any of the symptoms, you should isolate yourself or seek medical attention. Finally, stay updated with the situation according to the information given by only trusted sources.
There are several tests conducted to identify coronavirus in our body. However, these methods have positives and negatives. Diagnosing depends on the symptoms is not possible since many patients are there who are not showing symptoms. Therefore, to identify coronavirus in our body, there are two coronavirus tests. First one is the PCR test. This is done using a sputum sample taken by using a special swab from our nose, or if you have a mucousy cough, you may be asked to cough up sputum in a special cup. PCR is the highest accurate test used currently, and testing process will take up to 3 to 4 hours to give results. Second one is the antibody test. This is done using a blood sample taken from pricking a finger or from a vein. However, this test can be used after 2 to 3 weeks of the infection because then only antibody can be detected. The test can reveal its results in approximately 15 minutes.
If I catch it, what can I do? First of all, we can divide patients who was found infected coronavirus in two groups. First group is the patients who have moderate symptoms or severe symptoms, and another group is the patients who have mild symptoms. The patients who belong to first group, as an immediate actions, they are advised to wear a face mask and contact Suez area 1990 or nearest government hospital. Second group, patients who have mild symptoms can recover at home without medical care by isolating yourself in a secure place at your house. Thereafter, you must inform the area MOH and isolate yourself for 7 days. If your mild symptoms turn into moderate symptoms or severe symptoms, then you have to contact Suez area 1990 or nearest government hospital. Here are some steps that you are advised to follow during isolation period. Isolate yourself in ventilated secure place. Monitor your symptoms daily. If you develop a difficulty in breathing, contact your healthcare provider immediately. Stay positive and energized by keeping in touch with loved ones by phone or online and by exercising yourself at home. It is a must to practice good respiratory hygiene. Stay home and self isolated even with minor symptoms such as cough, headache, mild fever until you recover. Get someone to bring your essentials. If you are to leave your house, wear a mask to avoid transmissions because avoiding contact with others will protect them from possible COVID 19 and other viruses. If you have symptoms like fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention. But call over the phone in advance if possible and follow their guidance of your local health authority. Calling in advance will allow your healthcare provider to quickly direct you to the appropriate health facilities. This will also protect you and help to prevent the spread of virus and other infections.
Crown-like appearance of this virus group made it called corona, and there is single-strand RNA as their genetic material. This new form of coronavirus spreads from person to person through droplets mainly. When the virus reaches the skin, it enters into the respiratory tract. Then virus develop inside the host cell to produce millions of copies of virus and infect other cells in body. The major symptoms are fever, headache and breathing difficulties. On average, it takes 5 to 6 days for someone who is infected with the virus to show symptoms. However, it can up to 14 days or more for certain people to show symptoms. For this deadly virus, there is no proper cure or vaccine found until the current day. However, many countries are in search of antiviral drugs and vaccine which can fight against COVID-19. I order to avoid getting contact by the virus. One can follow basic respiratory hygiene rules. Clean your hand often, use soap and water frequently, use an alcohol-based hand rub, maintain a safe distance from anyone who is coughing or sneezing, don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth, cover your nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when you cough sneeze. Stay home if you feel unwell or you have a fever, a cough and difficulty breathing. Seek medical attention, call in advance, stay safe and let us fight this virus together.